hitting it now. All right, man. Let's kill the music real quick. We got to kill the music. We can't do this today, Moss. We can't do it, MM2K. We can't do it, man. We have to get right into the show because we don't have any time to waste. So hopefully everybody's out here doing doing real good today, man. Hopefully you got you a nice drink and some lunch or breakfast or whatever, depending on your time zones, because we're about to take a trip. We're about to travel through electric air. You know what I'm saying? So get ready, get your seatbelts buckled, and we're going to kick this off. So the first thing first, Chris, what's going on? Nightwing was in the building early. We got Carlos in the house. Stadia Universe. I'm sorry, Stadia Revolutions. He'll be lurking somewhere soon. But Stadia Universe right now, Chariot Man, Rick Tone, Gamer Boy, and Stadia Dosage ENT. Hey, let us know how the audio is, everybody, if you can. And if we're good, we're going to keep on rocking out. So first thing first, MM2K, how are you feeling today, man?
Man, I am fantastic, man, glorious, man. There's no other way to be if you're, a Stadia enthusiast, connoisseur. Man, it gets no better than this right now. Through all the muck and stuff that was slung at you, the stuff where people told you was a fool for liking a platform, for where even some of your own brethren was like, hey, yo, this thing is about to fizzle out and die, man. It's just a great day, man. I'm having fun, anticipating what's going to be great coming next week. I'm having fun, laughing it up with my good brothers like you know what I'm saying, that was spitting that God degree all this time. But I got to be honest with you, Storm. I'm having a lot of fun rubbing the salt in the wounds of the haters. I'm loving it.
Hey, look, man. Hey, yo, who was that? Who was that? Audio? No. They say that everything's good, man. Who is this guy in the chat, man? Gamer Boy, man, 2005, man. That face looks familiar. you know what I'm saying? It looks similar to Mr. Y Stadia. Why? You know what I'm saying? So y'all, hey, that's gonna be a theme today. Pay attention, people. Y Stadia is gonna be the theme of the show. All right. Now, first thing first, MM2K. Let's jump into we take care of our chat. We always show appreciation for the viewers and the listeners and everybody that tunes in and supports us, right? So with that being said, Charles Loran, man, you know what I'm saying? It's Dustin, we call him Charles. So he had something that he wanted to share, and I know we ran out of time on our previous show.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, chat, am I still breaking up, y'all? Am I good? Or what's up? Let me know.
Oh, it's audio's cracking? Yeah. I can hear it a little bit too. I still can make out what you're saying, but it's definitely cracking. Dang.
Okay. Let me do this then. Let me hop out.
Okay. Do your thing. All right.
Hopefully it'll work.
That's all right. That gives me time with the chat, man. You know how we do. We always, we prepare for all of these emergency situations and all the nuances and everything. So while he's doing that, I'm just going to go through the chat real quick, y'all, because this is going to be a jam-packed show. Jam-packed, man. I'm hyped right now. I got a fresh cut. You know what I mean? I got my bottle of water right here to stay hydrated because there's going to be some flames, some fire, some smoke. And it is what it is. See, here on this channel right here, especially when I'm at the helm, there's no shame in our game, man. We don't hold back. You know, we give it to the people that gives it to us, so to speak, man. Like, no shots necessary. We don't have to throw shots, but we do have receipts and we keep those. So let me go. Chris says, why Stadia? Why? All right. Also dropped the hype. Carlos Bermudez. Hey all. Stadia Scott. Hey. You know what? I'm glad MM didn't hear that because I keep calling Chariot Stadia Revolution. I don't know why is Rev on my mind. I don't know why this dude's on my mind. Maybe because I just saw Twitter. But Stadia Universe in the building, man, with the excitement. I promise I won't get it wrong for the rest of the show. Stadia Universe, y'all. I got to get it right. I got to do better. Rick Tone says, let's get right into this. And that's what we plan to do, Rick Tone. MM, can you go ahead and say something?
Yo. How do I sound now? Am I still crackling?
It's cracking a little bit. Real faint, man. But I don't even care. It's not going to ruin the show. I'll let you know if it continues or the chat will help us out. But it's not that bad. I mean, right now, I can make out what you're saying. It might get better. If it gets worse, I'll let you know. But, Okay. Stadia Dosage ENT. That's the upgraded version. Is in the house. You know what I'm saying? Gamer Boy 2005. You see the picture. That's all all you need to see is that pic right here. Romello Thomas always supporting the channel and what we're doing, the whole movement, what's going on. Zajic in the building. One of the people that I look up to as far as technology breakdowns and everything. Actually, he's partially responsible for getting my knowledge up, man. Him, Random Noob, and Trizarecta and others out here that knows the breakdown of what's going on with Stadia. All right. So Hell Monkey is in the building. Why wouldn't he be? You know what I'm saying? He's on fire. Charles is right here. Sent something else to the Discord. We'll check it out as we go through the show. But I hope you're doing well today, all of you. So we're gonna jump right into it, man. First, before we get into the flames,
Yep.
All right. Can you let the people know, are there any PNTS network updates or events or anything like that that's been happening?
Yeah, man. Look, we had a great show Sunday via PNTS, and that is Yang Meets Yang of Gaming with you and Snow Bunny. Fire episode, and we had our homegirl, you know who, our homegirl Tron on that episode.
AKA Peach Mecca.
Peach Mecca was on that show. It was a fantastic show. So definitely you want to go and look for Snow Bunny Gaming. Check that show out. It was a fantastic show. Then what we did is we followed up on Wednesday with not only Storm, not only Snow Bunny, not only your boy MM2K, but your homegirl Peach Mecca. We all formulated and dropped the new PNTS Network podcast. It is titled The Commission. That aired Wednesday. And what The Commission is all about, y'all, if you don't know, it's a podcast that's about all gaming. But see, the thing that's going to make this special is a couple of things. Number one is it is a podcast that is Stadia friendly. Okay. There is no, we can't, we don't cover Stadia and all that other stuff. But nobody wants to hear about Stadia. We don't go by Crumbside rules. Crumbside is welcome to listen, but we don't go by Crumbside rules. We talk about all cutting edge technology, all cutting edge gaming. All of it is on the table. Switch, Stadia, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, you name it. You know what I'm saying? Then what also makes it special is it's less about us and it's more about you guys. Here's why it's more about you guys. What we do, the centerpiece of it is the Stadia voting. I mean, it's not the Stadia voting, but the commission voting. What that is when we talk about a topic, each of us come up with a hashtag that we feel that best describes that topic, and then we bounce it back to y'all, and we ask y'all, who do you think had the best hashtag for that particular topic? and then at the end of the day, we tally up all the points and we give y'all the commissioner of the episode.
Yeah, and what were the results, man? Did I win,
man,
or was I tied
yeah,
or
of course
something?
this dude. Yeah, of course you won't talk about it now, but that's all right because somebody else is going to get you next week. But yeah, of course, Project Storm, we got a nickname for him now because he's the all-seeing eye. We'll get into that nickname later. But of course, your homeboy Project Storm tallied up the most votes, and he was the commissioner of the episode. So it's a dope concept, dope new show. Definitely check it out, y'all. We had a lot of fun. Wednesdays, 8 p.m. It's going to start off on my channel, but soon we're going to alternate. But definitely check it out, 8 p.m. Wednesdays on MM2K Videos channel.
All right. So with that being said, Rick Tone basically just told us, I think it was Rick Tone, let's get right into it, is what he said. So we're going to do that, man. We ain't come around here to beat around the bush today. So MM2K, the people want to always know what you're playing, man. What have you been playing?
And
be honest, really, man. Be honest now. Be honest about it.
I didn't get into much gaming like I wanted to. You know, we setting up the commission and everything. But what I got into, though, was a little bit of The Division and a little bit more of Baldur's Gate. I know we had a discussion last night on TSI about the controller support. I don't know about you, Storm, but I mean, this is the first that I'm hearing about it. It's not the smoothest, but I don't have issues with the controller. I mean, that's just me, but I was enjoying it, you know, played about another hour of it, and that's pretty much been it. I've been more in tune to this news that we're about to get into. So that's what I've been into.
Yeah, same here. Shout out to Bill from Stadia Cast, who dropped a tweet on Twitter about that controller and Baldur's Gate, because I was fascinated by it, so I jumped out there, and the controller's not that bad, man. It's really not.
Yeah.
You know, once you get used to the Y button and you realize that you can switch through inventory items and things like that with the Y button, it becomes really, really cool. So I plan on jumping back into it myself. But man, I've been playing a little bit of everything as usual. That's never gonna change. If I'm not playing a variety of games on Stadia or other platforms, man, then something's wrong. Y'all might have to reach out to me and check on me or whatever. So with that being said, there's Stadia Universe. Now I call Rev Stadia Universe, but guess what? See, MM2K passed this bug to me, y'all. He's responsible. You know?
I can hop out and hop in, but what I do? Would you say who's responsible?
I said you're responsible, and I know, yeah, you're still cracking up, but you're responsible for passing me this bug of getting people's names wrong and mixed up and confused. But Stadia Revolution is finally here. Earlier, Rev, I was calling Stadia Universe, Stadia Revolution, man. So anyway, y'all know what the hell I mean. But let's get into this right here. Now, I want to make sure your mic is good, man. Things do happen. We don't panic. We don't stress it. We don't worry. Chat, let us know if our mics and everything is good or we need to work on it or whatever the case is until we get it right.
Well, let's test one thing. I don't want you guys to be please be aware that the phone lines aren't open just yet, but I want to test something. I just want to make sure that everybody, I had to reset. I'm trying to reset. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it, and that even has static to it. You know, hey, we know who's responsible for it. We know who's responsible for it, man.
No, it's the dude that's on the thumbnail. He's mad. You know, every time I stop putting him on the thumbnail. Every time I put him on the thumbnail, I see he go bananas. You know what I mean? So
he gets us every time, man. Every time. Yeah. And I'll say this though, bro. Well, hey, if anything, you could just sit in the cut, man, and I'll just ride out. You know, I don't mind, man. You know, it's on my channel today, so we're gonna make it move how it moves. But so with that being said, everybody, let's go ahead and move on. Racial Rise in the building. He's responsible for the whole audio issues, man. He went out there and ruffled some feathers, but it's cool though. What's going on, brother? So look. Stadia has been on fire. Let's get right into that right there. Has been on fire. I'm talking about, like, man, super fire. So, did you see that coming, MM2K?
No. I look. I didn't see it. I'm talking two parts. I didn't see it coming. Because my expectation was a lot of it was I had some false inclinations. And I got to be honest. You got to be self-aware and you got to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's breaking up. It's breaking up,
Oh, it's
man.
breaking up.
Yeah, it's definitely breaking
I
up.
mean,
But I want people to hear. I want
go
people to hear
ahead.
that.
You give your thoughts. I'm gonna
All
hop out and
right,
do something
all
real
right. Go
quick.
ahead
And
while I
then,
get my thoughts. So
all right.
basically, while he takes care of that, I I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by the recent moves that we're seeing, all of the advertising, all of the marketing and everything that's going on. Um, you know, not really surprised at all. So because I've been calling this out. And other people in the community has been calling this out too since day one. We've been asking people to stay focused, stay patient, you know what I mean? Stay honest and true. And that's what I've been trying to do, man. So I've been predicting that this was gonna happen for a long time. Like, hey, don't panic. The news will come. The news will come. Stadia is not, they're not noobs to this whole thing. They are new to the game, but they have some experience, when it comes to the personnel behind this platform. So I was always saying, like, look here, I'm not going to panic. I'm going to play what I have. Destiny 2 runs great, looks beautiful. Division 2, exceptional. We have Guilt on the platform and so many other games at the time that I missed on Xbox and PlayStation and PC. So I was just like having a good old time. So my case was different than maybe the next person's, but this is why I was able to practice that patience. So I always knew, and I kept trying to remind people that, look, they're going to get it together. And when they do, it's going to be around the time when the next gen consoles get ready to drop. This is what I've been saying the whole time. Some of you might be able to remember that. So I said, when it's time for the Xbox Series X and the PS5 or whatever they were going to call them at the time, I didn't really know. Stadia is going to turn all the way up. All the way up. Now, I don't know if we're still live. Let's see. Because there seems to be something going on. So I see Zajic just said the haters DDoS and MM2K. Hey, that might be the case, man. And right now, I'm not even able to see like how many viewers are with us right now or whatever. But hey, it doesn't stop us. So we're going to keep on moving. Now, everybody that does live streaming, man, there's something that could happen at any given moment. So we're not going to harp on it. As long as you all can hear what's going on, see that gameplay on the screen, we're going to keep moving through the show. So
You still live?
yeah,
How
all
do
right,
I
you
sound
sound
now?
much better, man. You sound much better, bro.
Okay.
What did you do, man?
Well, what it was is
Did you do? Hold on. Did you do what Lloyd Henderson advised you to do with the 10-4?
Yeah, take it off. Yeah, no, man. It's look, it's Microsoft, man. That's part of my anger with them. They screwed up this latest version of Windows, and I had Adobe trying to install in the background. That's what it was. And just something as simple as Adobe trying to install in the background is what caused it. But y'all let us know in the chat. How do I sound now? How do I sound now?
Man, if they can hear you, you sound crispy. I'm telling you right now, you're good.
Good.
So
Good.
with that being said, I'm gonna jump back on track. But State of Universe reminding us like, yep, you know it. And then Rev came right behind him and said, I was saying it as well. See, there was many of us. Ray Sherrod was one of them. There was so many people in the community that was never skeptical, that never wavered, as Rev would say, who's always been like and we just had an open mind for the new platform that was launched, like it. Mm-hmm. And some other people were right to be skeptical in certain cases. They were right to be afraid or unsure or concerned with the platform and the direction that Stadia was heading in. So, oh yeah, can't forget about them, But there was some downright people there was some that was just like, look, man, I'm jumping ship. I don't care. I'm just about to dip because Stadia is just not doing it for me right now. They're not giving us the news, the games we want. Where's the AAA games and all this other stuff, man? And I'm like, whoa. Wow. Are we forgetting that they haven't been in the game for 20 years yet? Mm-hmm. They haven't been in the game for 5 years yet. They haven't even been in the game for 5. Yo, I started hearing this at probably month 3. Month 3 of the platform's life cycle, man. 3 months in. Now, is that fair, MM2K? Do you think that's fair expectations to put on anything?
No, because here's the problem. and I want to shout out somebody that was of the community that left, but I give them a round, like we say, a round of applause. I give them a round of applause because they did it the right way. And that's the homie Donnie from PSVG. For those of you that are not familiar with that, PSVG is a network similar to PNTS, but just much more broader and got much, they're doing the damn thing. And shout out to them. They got so much gaming content. Check them out as well. They do some great stuff, right?
Right.
So they were going to be on the cutting edge, like a lot of us content creators. They were going to be on the cutting edge of this technology, and they were going to showcase it and highlight it because they had a lot of hopes for it, Now, when you say you got a lot of hopes for something, Storm, everybody's hopes ain't the same.
Yeah.
Like your hope when you get up in the morning is probably to play some great games. My hope in the morning could be to drink a whole bunch of Kool-Aid and eat nothing but ham sandwiches. So when we say hope, you know what I'm saying? The word hope ain't synonymous. Now, their hope was that Stadia was going to jump on the scene, crispy and clean, and start shadow boxing and uppercutting PlayStation and Xbox on the scene. My hope for this platform was different. My hope was just for it to be a supplementary service that I would be able to enjoy in addition to my Xbox or PlayStation. Now, here's what happened for them, because their hope was outside of the scope of what you see what I'm doing? I'm dropping bars here.
I hear, man. I hear.
What PlayStation not what PlayStation, but what Stadia was trying to do, and my hope was undermining the scope. Meaning, this thing, all I wanted was a supplementary service, and it was good enough for it to be a primary service in a lot of ways. Not for everybody, but for what I was looking for. So they were underwhelmed. I was overwhelmed, right? But because they were underwhelmed, they didn't sit around. They didn't bash the system. They said, okay, what I was expecting from this is not what I'm getting. I'm not going to sit here week after week, month after month, bashing this product. It's just not what I thought it was going to be. And therefore, the people that speak for me, I don't feel that they're going to, or speak like me, I don't feel like this is the product for them. I'm rolling. They did that early, and kudos to them. Because again, just because there were some people that had a different hope outside of the scope doesn't mean that the platform was failing. And that's why for me, and in the conversations that I have and the experience that I have and the gamers that I talk to, I knew that even though it was outside of the scope for some, for many more, it would be inside of the scope, and they would be overwhelmed with the performance of Stadia. Everybody doesn't want everything day and date. Everybody doesn't need to know that Call of Duty and all that stuff is there. The platform needs that long term, but in order for this to be a success outside of the gate, that wasn't a must for everybody. For people like me, Storm, I was happy with the fact that I'm getting 60 frames per second. I've been done with 30 frames per second gaming, but PC gaming had too much involved. So to know I can get to 60 frames per second gaming and the plug and play of a console with the games that I do like, which are the Ubisoft games, Division 2, Borderlands 3, all the games that I would be playing anywhere else anyway are on the system. And I know I'm not the only one, because those were the top grossing games of 2019 and then going into 2020, right?
Right.
Don't get me wrong, Call of Duty is number one, but it doesn't mean that Borderlands 3 didn't win Game of the Year accolades at many places and didn't sell well either. They didn't. These are not rinky-dink games that they have. So knowing that they have games that are attractive to a lot of people, and they're attractive in a way, and they're even more attractive because they play better, I knew that this system would have a lot to offer to a lot of gamers. Not all, but a lot. So I carried that with me in my conversations, my communications, and all that stuff, my criticisms, my applause, all that stuff. But when it came to what we're seeing now, Storm, which was your original question, I didn't see it. But I'm going to tell y'all who did see it. A guy that happens to be my co-host, Project Storm, a.k.a. the new name, check it out, the new name, Storm Stradamus. Look, I'm gonna put it to y'all like this. My homie don't like to gloat, but I'm gonna do it for him. You can try to avoid it all you want. We can try to run and hide. Like this is what's that game, the scary game that came on Stadia like a couple weeks ago?
Dead by Daylight.
Dead by. You can try to hide from the monster like all you want, like this was Dead by Daylight. But the fact of the matter is that my homie Project Storm been telling y'all. He's been telling y'all over and over again, not for days, not for weeks, but for months, what was going down with Stadia and why it was going down. And every single goddamn, yes, I said it. I'm sorry, kids.
Nah, you said it with GOT. GOT. When we say it with GOT. God damn, you know what I'm saying?
With the tis on it.
That's right.
Every goddamn thing that he said was coming to fruition. What came to fruition? So here's what I asked you guys. And this is what we ask you, not only at the show, but the platform and P&T, whatever. We want to have intelligent talk. We want to have intelligent talk that is going to lead us down the path of truthfulness and facts. If you want to have that conversation, I try to dwell in that the best way I can. I try to give it a shot. But I'm urging you guys. Now, he don't know I'm even going to say this. I just hijacked it. See, something was trying to stop me from saying this news, or saying my truth when I was crackling before, but I'm saying it now. If y'all want to go down the path of truth and go down the path of accurate analyzation, y'all better subscribe to this man right here. Because look, every goddamn thing that he said came to fruition. We even had the homie Squid Storm. I know you like, oh man, stop it, not Moss, but I'm not. We even had the homie Squid, right? The homie Squid released a DM. Now, it's normally taboo to release a DM. And I know I'm loud. I'm going to turn down my volume a little bit. But it's normally taboo to release a DM. But Squid was like, the hell with that. We gotta put this out here to the public. I turned my volume down a little bit for a lot of y'all eardrums. There was a conversation that they had privately, Squid and Storm, where Storm was like, look, man, I'm telling you, Cyberpunk 2077 is coming day and date. It's coming in a surprise announcement because I connected the dots. I did the analyzation. Bada boom, bada bang. Bip, 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 bip. This is why.
That's all I did.
And Squid was like, he was like, you know what? I got to break the rules. I got to break the rules. God damn it. God damn it. And he put that information out there for the public to see.
I told him to drop it. I said Squid. I gave him full permission and he did it. I forgot about it. Hey, see, this is why I did that. I created a receipt for the future, bro. Because I knew what was gonna happen, man. I didn't think about it. I cut you off just now. I cut you off. We throw, sometimes we shadow box too. You know what I'm saying? Like we go at it in the ring. Like me and Reb the other night. Me and Reb was on the show. We was going at it live. I say, how dare you, Reb, cut me off on your own show? This is the brotherhood right here, the sisterhood over here in Stadia land, man. Some strange things might happen, but I'm gonna pass it back to you, man, because you know I'm ready. I'm chomping at the bit. Let's go, man.
No, I know, but and look.
Nah, take your time, bro. Take your time. We got almost 2 hours.
Storm didn't even know I was doing this. Did you know I was doing this? No,
I didn't know you
I
was doing it. I didn't know you were doing it.
Yeah, no idea. I'm telling y'all, when I wake up every day, this is where you got to be self-aware and you got to humble yourself, and you got to understand that what's really going to grow your intellect is what you absorb. Okay, I wake up every day with the mantra of, "What can I learn new today?" And I know a lot of people think that's cheesy, but that's what I wait. What can I learn new today? Not what can I prophesize today? What can I tell people that I don't know. I want to know what I can learn today, because my goal is not to be the all-seeing eye, but to share with you the knowledge that I've obtained. And what I'm telling you is that you now have a knowledge base that is severely underappreciated. He ain't going to say it, but I am. Everything that he said about this peculiar acting company, which is Google, which has this great technology and this great thing that they put, nobody could put their finger on the pulse. Even a homie 6'4", where he helped me pivot from a lot of the stuff that I was seeing and saying earlier. He admitted last night he couldn't even put his finger on the pulse of what the homie Stormstradamus did. So I'm letting y'all know right now that it all depends on what you want. If you want to come and just hear a bunch of us talk about Stadia just because, fine. But if you want to get to the center, get to the core of what this company's doing and is why, this ain't no fanboy stuff. This is just logically putting together the dots and the pieces that are out there and connecting something to put us on the proper path. If you want that, y'all better listen to Project Storm, aka Stormstradamus, because everything that he said has come to fruition. And that's what it's all about, my good friends, is knowing, is trying to best understand the path that this company is going down and why, and Storm has been the best at analyzing that, period.
Man, look, man, I appreciate that. I'll take all that. I take all that, right? I take all the credit. That was so elegantly put, man. You know what I'm saying? I have chills right now, man, because you know what it's about? It's about the community. I have conversations with Stadia Universe. I have conversations with Squid, as you all know now. I have conversations with MM2K, Rick Tone, you know what I mean? Chase, Eddie, Ray Sherrod, so many Chris, so many people, man. We engage in conversations behind the scene. Gamer Boy, Zajic. I mean, we this is what we do. It's an open door. It's an open platform for everybody to weigh in on with their thoughts, y'all. So who am I to tell somebody, hey, be careful, cut that out, man. You're speculating, you're doing too much. And Rev knows, we talked about this, me and Rev had real conversation, y'all. For example, I'm just letting you know who we are over here. Like, we have real conversations. So never feel afraid to reach out to somebody like me, MM2K, others in this community that don't mind having a good discussion with you. But I tell you what, be prepared for it to be based on like putting 1 + 1 together and some facts that was already given and keynote addresses and different events and things like that some of us just don't watch. We don't pay attention to, MM2K. I kept saying nobody wanted to hear me. I was the new dude. Hey, new dude, man, shut the hell up, man. Hey, get your ass out of here. You don't know what you're talking about, new dude. But the new dude was coming in like, yo, I got like 30 plus years in this game, man, on different platforms. You know, the green, the Xbox, the blue, the PlayStation, the red, and the Nintendo. And then green with the G4s now and all this other color. So I have been in this game doing what I do, y'all, which is sitting back, listening, reading, talking to others, and then I formulate my opinion. Now, I can't say it's my fault that other people might have missed that. So let's go into Cyberpunk, man. Let's jump tracks. We're gonna segue right into it, man. Cyberpunk 2077. This right here is the straw that broke the camel's back, and the camel's the hater. That's Young Yeezy. You know what I'm saying? Why? Why Stadia?
Why?
Why Stadia? Why? Tell him that it's not Stadia. Hey, yo, man, I don't have time for the BS, man. Now, that's the first time you're going to ever hear me, and the last time you're going to ever hear me trying to sing, man. Shout out to MJ, man. RIP to the king. Check this out.
Stadia, why?
Hey, man.
He was hot.
Hey, put that on the press, man. Get that set up, man. Tell Broadband Bullies I'm coming over there to feature that.
Hey, man. Yo, karaoke night on SML, baby.
Hey, you know it. Hey, listen, all I'm saying is, man, it's so fun. It feels so good, man, not to be right, because I have been wrong. Believe it or not, people, I have been wrong. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to trying to see the bigger picture, like some people are out here trying to say that, hey, we might get a demo for Cyberpunk. I'm 50-50 on that. You don't see me, I can't completely jump out there and say, yes, it's coming. If you look at the facts, I can't do that. But what I can say that there's a chance that anything could happen. Like people didn't think that, as some people were saying Cyberpunk's not going to come day and date, man. December, maybe, I can't see it, because we've been told that games are not easy to port on Stadia. We've been listening to that blah blah, the developer talk, so-called developer talk, who's been saying that, oh, it takes a while to port these games on Stadia. I said, well, there's other developers too that has said time and time again that they have had a good experience of porting their games to Stadia. That it was kind of simple. So I said you had to look at both
time
time after time. Cindy, man. Hey, man, pull that track up, please, man. One day
Hey,
we got to pull that up.
Hey, Storm, keep speaking your truth. I got to take care of something for
All
2
right,
minutes.
do that real
Something just
quick,
popped up.
man.
But,
So, yeah, so what I'm saying is there's two sides to the coin, y'all. Like, yes, there were people who were saying, like, this can't happen on Stadia, but then there were other people who were saying, yes, it can. This is why. So all I was doing was just trying to, like, research, fact check, and all that stuff, and then I just dropped it out there, people. Project Storm is just a gamer just like you all. I'm not better than you. But some people fell victim of the whole Stadia is dying. It might be headed to the Google graveyard. Google has pulled the plug on stuff before, and they started listening to the negativity that spread it when Stadia first launched. You see what I'm saying? Chris right here says, I called Project Storm MM2K on Rev Stream, so it's all good, Storm. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different things like that you all had to keep in mind. Like, yeah, some people really panic. They were ready to jump ship, man. They were ready to put on the other uniform. You know what I'm saying? They were ready to go elsewhere. And then all of a sudden, they got reminded of what the reason was that they jumped into the platform in the first place. That Stadia was going to give them something that has never been seen before, a convenience that cannot be duplicated even to this day right now in the cloud gaming space. You just can't duplicate what Stadia is doing right now. You can't. Microsoft, the behemoth that they are, they can't do it. Sony can't do it. Nintendo can't do it. GeForce can't do it. Shadow can't do it. Nobody can do what Stadia is doing with their technology, and they damn sure can't do it with the marketing and advertising that's going on right now that I also said was going to come when people were saying, where's the transparency? Where is it, Stadia? I demand it right now. Damn it, I want it. I want to know right now, Google Stadia. I don't care if you're new. What am I going to be able to play on this platform? I need to know right now. I'm giving you two tomorrow. Or else I'm out of here. Am I right? Am I wrong, y'all, in the chat that know what I'm talking about? Rev, Ricktone, Ray, Dosage, whoever else, still exec. Am I wrong, y'all? Like, were people ready to jump ship? Yes, they were. Did it piss me off a little bit? Yes, it did. Because I'm like, whoa, money, whoa. Stadia has not been in the game that long, y'all. They just hired Shannon Studstill. They just built a new Playa Vista beautiful site over there. They're telling you that Outcasters and other first-party games are coming and that we just need to have a little bit of patience and great things are going to come. They've been showing us this. So all I do is just open my eyes and ears, y'all, and I listen to it all. And I write it down sometimes. And I just recall everything that they say. And then I'm looking on Twitter and other social, like Reddit and all this stuff, and I'm seeing people like talking trash, like, and they're hesitant and they're skeptical and they're ready to leave. And that is cool. That is cool because you're paying Stadia. Stadia is not paying you. You see what I'm saying? So I do understand that side. I just want to make that clear. I see it all. I'm an all around. I believe in balance, right? I look at things both sided. So I just want to throw that out there, man, because a lot of that was going on.
I'm back. Hey, look, this is look. I want to let everybody know what I was doing because I had to let my brother speak after that because I wanted y'all to get a piece of the knowledge and the math that he dropped. I didn't go nowhere. I just clipped what he said, and I'm making a promo to get everybody else from my channel over here. Y'all, what y'all need to do is look. If we want to, if you're one of those people that get upset, like how Storm just described, at some of the maybe the off the wall or off key conversations. I know I butchered that word.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It don't matter.
That may be attributed to this platform and what they're doing. Then you gotta bring them to the light. I'm not even talking about me. I'm talking about the Storm. If you want people to be educated, if you want people to talk educated, they gotta be educated. And in order for them to be educated, and nothing against any other podcast or content creator, including myself, I'm telling y'all need to listen to Storm as well. If Storm ain't in your regimen, if he ain't in your portfolio, if the Storm Stradamus ain't in your daily fiber and your daily diet, then you might be led astray. I'm telling you right now, get people to come to this man's channel to listen to this what we call God degree where I come from. This is nothing but God degree. Everything that he told you, where he was telling you, the people that were skeptical, oh, Stadia just don't get it or whatever. Look, let me explain something. We got to be careful, y'all. We got to be careful with certain notions. It's okay for us to express our opinions or whatever, and that's fine. You can't be wrong for your opinion. But again, I'm real big on educating people and keeping them in the proper lane, right? So what we got to understand is that Google is not a bunch of it. I know we would love to believe that we are smarter than a multi-trillion-dollar company and Google just don't get it. And I know it's easy for us to believe that Google don't get it because they're new in gaming, even though the people that are heading it are people like Phil Harrison, one of the original 40 people storm from PlayStation that helped the PlayStation become the success that Phil Harrison is the main architect. Him and his group is the main architect for signing Naughty Dog.
Right.
He told y'all, but y'all weren't. He signed Naughty Dog. Phil Harrison's name, first and foremost, is on the contract, and he said Yoshida, is on there as well as a backup. But it was his team that discovered Naughty Dog when they were developing for Universal and brought them to Sony. And then you got Jade Raymond, Aaron Hoffman, Jack Buser, and the like. It's easy for us when we don't know the math for us to feel like we're smarter and better than these people, right? And Google just got all this money. They don't know what they're doing, right? But the fact of the matter is that they make decisions. They have data that we don't have access to. And sometimes what they do may be hit or miss, but don't believe that they don't know what they're doing. And I'm telling you right now, that even as important as it is for us to talk up and speak up some things and how that has had some impact, don't believe that Google was just led astray and then all of a sudden they made these marketing campaigns. Don't believe that, because I'm telling, as someone who has done marketing, contract negotiations as far as like clients and SLAs and stuff like that for 23 plus years for a multi-trillion-dollar, one of the richest companies in the world, Fortune 500, that's not how it works. Sometimes what happens is, the board members or the people at the top can be a little boneheaded and say, okay, we're doing campaign one, which is what they did in quarter one with the Afro hair guy and all this stuff. Now, Storm liked it. It did
like that.
Have some effectiveness. And StadiaCast said, StadiaCast is something that was, I think, more relevant to what's going on. They said that it wasn't about people so much liking the commercials, more was about it shocking the system and being etched in people's minds. That was the point of it. It was to attract the tech enthusiasts and something to just be etched in people's minds, because again, the full campaign was coming later.
And also MM2K, it was different and unique. They were showing right there that Stadia is not going to be like your Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo Switch. We're going to be totally different. We want something new. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's grab this attention. It was an attention grabber. But go ahead, man.
I got a different take on it. But again, your testament that it did resonate well with tech, and you are a big time tech enthusiast. It did resonate with tech enthusiasts. For the rest of us who thought that this platform was coming to buck with PlayStation or Xbox out of the gate, it didn't resonate with us, and it wasn't supposed to resonate with us. And it, some may argue it done a little bit more harm than good, but that's here nor there now. And what they said is, look, in quarter one, this is our campaign. And for the rest of the time, they originally said we were going to have the game speak for us. We're going to have Uplay Plus coming out early 2020. We're going to have this is all originally. We're going to have Doom Eternal coming out in 2019. We're going to have Cyberpunk 2077 coming out in April. We're going to have Marvel Avengers coming out in May or March or whenever it was supposed. The games will speak for itself. But guess what happened? All the games got pushed back. And they really didn't feel the need to avert their marketing campaign to anything else but to leave it as is. That was their decision. Was it smart? Was it great? Well, the proof will be in the pudding once the smoke settles. But at the end of the day, the community got at its fever pitch in July, August, September. That's when the community really started bucking heads. When we saw that connect, remember Storm?
Yeah.
When we saw that connect, that's when the community was like, I don't know if this platform is for me anymore. And that's when they really started going, quote unquote, radio silent. Now, if the community was at a fever pitch July, August, September, then the campaigns that you're seeing right now wouldn't be ready yet. They wouldn't be ready until January, February. So what I'm saying to you guys is that it's more likely than not, to what my brother Project Storm has professed to, is that this stuff was already ready. They just decided that they were just going to put their heads down. Until now, I don't know how Storm feels about this. I feel until Amazon Luna had popped out and reared its head, I feel like that they just had this on tuck. Until then, now that they out and like, oh, they got the audacity to be flaunting Ubisoft, we ready. That's what I feel like it. That's why they did it. But again, do not believe that we are smarter than a multi-trillion-dollar company that has data that would blow our minds. Do not believe that we know more about gaming than one of the original 40 architects of the PlayStation, Jade Raymond, Aaron Hoffman, John. Jack, don't believe that, okay? They may do things that we may not agree with, and they may do some things that do not land. But all this doom and gloom and Stadia didn't know what they were doing, that's bullpucky. They knew what they were doing. They just had a different plan from what we're used to, period. Now I shut up. I'm sorry.
Now, no, and I'll catch that real quick, and then we'll move right on. But I slightly disagree because I don't think that they were really even worried about Luna. Luna was going to come regardless, and they were going to do what they do. As you see that Luna came in the game and copied and pasted. Copied and pasted. Now, that's facts. You know why it's facts? Because I can see it with my own two eyes. And it's okay to steal from your competitor sometime. That's competition, man. You know what I'm saying? They do it in the NFL. They do it in the NBA. They do it everywhere. So, but I will say this right here, though. I will tell you this, and I want y'all to just think about it real quick, because Project Storm's not a genius. I'm not the smartest dude in the world. I'm a gamer like you all in this chat and whoever's going to be checking this out in the future. But I'll say this. Stadia had a roadmap the whole time. People got pissed off that they couldn't see it in MM2K, and that's what half the problem was. They're asking for it right now. Where's the roadmap? That's facts, right? Am I lying? Hey, if I'm lying, you have permission to call me a liar, bro, on national TV.
He said, if I'm lying, you fly.
You know what I'm saying? On national TV, man. Storm SPN. Let's do what we do. Now, let's get into this, man, because we don't hold back. We don't disrespect and trash. But we don't hold back either, because we have our voices just like everybody else. That's why I would be a fool if I tried to squash somebody else's opinion. Now, if you come out here with something that's dead wrong, I might say, yo, man, that's dead wrong. I might, oh, no, I disagree. But here's the thing. Stadia was going to do what they were doing anyway. That's why they were so damn quiet. Why were they quiet? Because they were working. Where was John Justice? You still don't know where John Justice is, do y'all? You don't know what Phil Harrison is doing right now, do you? You didn't know what he was doing when that good stuff came out and had what it takes in all these other campaigns that recently dropped. But you know Phil was working because you saw him pop up on Ubisoft's stage. You saw him pop up on that stage, right? And then he dropped that Immortals Phoenix Rising bomb. And, you know, he went back into doing what he does. He didn't go back into hiding. He didn't go in the bunker. He went back to work, y'all. That's Phil Harrison. So common sense. This is why I keep telling people about common sense, man. It might sound like a shot, but if you think it's a shot, shame on you. You should know. You know what I'm saying? These people out here working, man. And it's evident right now. It's evident right now, MM2K. Don't you dare interrupt right now.
Oh,
hey,
look. You ain't getting no argument out of me.
Don't you dare when I'm about to get into it. I let you go to church all the time and all this stuff and take people all over the world, and you want to try and interrupt me on my show, man? No, come on, man. This is my show today.
Hey, look, bro. You ain't getting no. I just want to let you know. I ain't got no problems.
Hey, man. You know what though? I like when you interrupt, because when you interrupt, you always drop that knowledge, man. You're not interrupting just because you want to shout and scream. So, hey, but MMA, I mean, I just want to know if I make sense, bro. Like, should people have known that these people were hard at work? They kept telling us that they were building something for us to be proud in, that they were proud of, that they were already proud of it too. They kept reminding us and I'm not going to go into it. I'm going to let you do that.
time after time.
Thank you. They kept reminding us over and over and over and over and over. All you had to do was watch an episode of Stadia Cast on Sunday, man. You would have known. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just would have known because the interviews were happening in different places. The articles were being put out in other places. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy for me to sit here and close my eyes and act like I didn't think that Google Stadia, or I didn't know that they were working on something that was going to be big. Like, again, let me go back one more time, then I'll shut up. They knew that, and remember, this is why I said I disagree with the whole Luna thing. I don't think Luna, they knew Luna was going to come at one point, but they were confident in what they had cooking because even Microsoft couldn't compete with it. They couldn't even come out here and answer it. MM2K, they do 720p. We're going to go back in beta because Stadia just whipped our ass.
Stupid.
Am I arrogant? Am I cocky? Or is it fact?
No, man. I'm just saying, bro. Look. Here's Storm. Here's the problem, though. And I don't want to. We as a community don't put things in the proper bucket. A lot of times we're not self-aware, meaning we don't know how to catalog ourselves. And a great mentor of mine through my career dealing with in the Fortune 500 world said, yo, if you are not self-aware, your flaws, your strengths, what you can improve on, what ain't in your lane, you're not going anywhere. You're not going far. And the fact of the matter is that if we want to go deeper into understanding what's going on, we have to be self-aware. We got to understand, what are the buckets that Stadia is going after? And two, what are the buckets our personal gaming needs are going into, right?
Right.
And then three, how well of a job they are doing in pulling in that demographic. Now, the reason why, to measure Stadia's success, all you need is 1 and 3. You need to know who they're going for and how well they're going. But understanding 2 and being self-aware allows you not to blur the lines to just because you're disappointed or something, or just because you're happy about something. You don't let it mess up your judgment of how well they're doing. Because here's what's happened. People have been upset about something and they don't dig further. I'm upset about this. I feel like this is going to fail. We're having the revelations of that right now. You were hinting to that earlier on Twitter. People are sending out multi-billion character threads explaining why that their emotions got the best of them, but they're still blaming Stadia somehow. It's Stadia's fault what you do is when you're doing your due diligence, you take yourself out of it, like how I described when you're analyzing bucket 2, taking yourself out of it and saying, okay, despite me and despite maybe the bucket I fit in, who are the people these guys are going after, and are they doing well enough capturing them? And if people would have done that instead of letting their emotions get the best of them and not being self-aware, this data that I keep bringing up, they would have had access to it. My 14-year-old could have found this data. That's why the people that are out here talking emotionally, they have my mind boggled. My mind is boggled.
I get it, man.
But again, I took myself out of the equation. I said, I'm happy with this. I'm disappointed in this. But does that really matter? How well are they doing? And boom, it just fell in my lap. It just fell in my lap. And then therefore I knew, but let's just say if I never got access to this data storm, if I never got access to it, connecting I couldn't do it as well as you have. I'm gonna be honest.
People don't think you had no damn data, man. They don't think you had no data. They don't.
I know they think I don't have any damn data, and they think that I'm just trying to win an argument. I ain't got to lie about gaming. There's so many things to lie about in life. I'm not getting paid to do this. I ain't got to lie about gaming. I'm not one of those people that have to feel special. If I was one of those people that had to feel special on YouTube, Storm, I would make a PlayStation channel and just be about that and just
there you go.
bloviating about PlayStation.
There you go.
I'm just trying to share knowledge and information. I didn't create this knowledge or information. I'm just trying to share it. So at the end of the day, what people got to understand is without this data or not, Storm, who I don't even think I shared this with you yet, Storm. Yeah, I may have. Well, we won't go there.
Yeah, don't go there
because it's sensitive stuff. We won't go there. But what I will say is that without ever seeing this, Storm was appropriately able to connect the dots to even me with the data. I had the data in my hand, and he was able to better predict where we're at right now than I was with the data. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what we got to do is look at the man in the mirror. We're in a singing mood today. Look at the man in the mirror and say, look, maybe I'm predisposed too much to how consoles work. Therefore, I think A, B, and C. And maybe I need to start thinking X, Y, and Z. And I'm telling you, the listening public, if you want to help catapult into that, there's no better way than to listen to my homie Storm. I'm not going to disagree with him. From now on, when he says, Mars, I don't agree with you, I'm pulling up my pen and my pad and I'm writing it down. Period.
Well, I'll say this, man. I do. You're on to something. That's all I could tell you, bro. Because, like I said, I just used what I had in front of me that came from the horse's mouth, and and then common sense as a gamer. I've been in the game for a while, so I'm able to see things a little bit clearer because I don't always jump off the deep end. But man, we're gonna move on and we'll come back to Cyberpunk several times during the show. But Ubisoft, absolutely. Let's get into the Ubisoft games. Another thing that I predicted, y'all. Remember, I'm not tooting my own horn. Why would I do that? I don't need to. You know what I'm saying? But I've been telling MM2K and so many other people, man. I've been saying it over and over and over, man. Clive and Rev and just and Bibbidi Bop and Chariot and man, just everybody. Hey, y'all, man. Look, I can see Ubisoft because right now. I know you're going to back me up, so I don't have to actually do that. But we were playing Division 2. Here's one example out of many. We're playing Division 2. We're getting it in. Trash mob. Trash mob?
Trash mob?
We're in the house. So we playing Division 2, right? All of a sudden it hits me. I'm like, yo, Division 2 was performing too damn good on Stadia. And it looks really good. It looks too crispy. It looks like it's running in it's definitely running 60 FPS. So we're in here trying to find what we think is ray tracing and all this stuff, y'all.
Exactly.
Because it looks so beautiful. We were mind blown.
Who was it? Me, you, Chase, a bunch of us, man. We was in there,
6'4", Eddie. So many people that was in there. Link, Ashes. So I'm up here like, okay, man, this is great. And it hit me, y'all. I said, yo, what if Ubisoft or Ubisoft, I say Ubisoft because it's like Uplay. So Ubisoft, I said, what if Ubisoft is out here just testing things on Stadia? Like they threw this out as a litmus test for their games to come because we already knew from Google themselves, from Stadia team, that Uplay Plus was coming eventually. Now we knew that now. So if you forgot about that, shame on you. Here's another example of the shame on you. You know, don't get mad at Project Storm because I put a prediction out there or because I called it as facts and then people shoot me down like, yo, you can't call it as facts because guess what, Project Storm? You could be wrong. We were wrong before. No, you were wrong because you kept going out there and you kept setting yourself up for failure. I was wrong a couple times because I got hype. About something because Stadia had shown me Division 2 and Destiny 2 and other games running at 60 FPS, PUBG. So I was like hype at that point, and we'll get into that later about this hype thing. But yeah, I started saying, yo, it makes sense for Ubisoft to release more games on the platform to round out the list of games that they told us was coming, the 120 plus or whatever, the more than 120 that was supposed to be coming to the platform before year end. Now, I don't even care if we make it to that 120 because I have enough game. I have a back catalog already. I don't care if we make it or not. What I'm saying is, all you have to do is sit back, analyze, think about what makes sense. So why wouldn't they have games like Splinter Cell and these other titles on deck ready to come at some point? They just showed you now. You just saw Ghost Recon Wildlands and other Assassin's Creed games, the older ones, and you know it's already been released. If they could have these ready to go by year end, MM2K, why can't they have others ready? So this right here, again, backs my notion that Stadia as a platform is not impossible to port games to, Linux or Vulkan or not. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
whatever. So it's just, again, that's just how I think, y'all. That's all. I just ask people to put things together. So for all those people that's wishing for Call of Duty, I will touch on that. Like myself, if you're thinking that there's a possibility that Call of Duty can come, I know some people are like, I know Rev, you know, he hit me up and was like, yo, the publisher, man, that's Activision. And I'm like, well, Google got that bag. And what do Activision like, y'all? They like that bag. So if the conversation happened like, yo, man, look, you know what? Stadia is a good platform for your game because we're noticing that people on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, they can't keep up on the hard drive space. They're complaining. We want to come in with this proposition right here that could be good for both of us.
Yep.
I think that's how business works. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm thinking that a Call of Duty could show up. I don't know if it's going to come during the good stuff, but my, oh my, would it be great if there was a Call of Duty reference or announcement or whatever. I'm just saying the door is open. So go ahead, MM. People don't like to hear that
brother,
right there. Some people don't like to hear that, man. That's too much speculation.
Look, man. Look, again, the reason why, now, if you would have asked me 2 months ago, Storm, I got to be honest. Like, I keep it real. Now, again, I'm not targeting anybody when I say all this.
No, we're not, man. They know us. The people that know us, man.
Because I am being honest and I'm being self-aware. And I gotta, humble myself. And I've been through this before. When I sat there and I saw that connect, the one where, I thought was like wishy-washy, and I was like, man, this is a 4 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
I was wrong. The homie 6'4" sat there and said, look, man, y'all don't understand. They've been hitting us earlier in the year, the hardcore, the tech enthusiasts. Now it's time for them to really open the floodgates to the casuals, So this one was for the casuals. It's okay. And I didn't see any data at the time. I didn't know anything. I just said, look, man, I was still in the mind state of they were just having to churn stuff up. COVID was holding them back, but they were really looking to jump in the ring and start kickboxing with PlayStation and Xbox. That's what my mind state was. But then after I saw the news clips, how the news was turning, I sat there and I thought, and I resonated on what 6'4" said. And I said, and then I connected it to other stuff that he said. And I said, the bro was right. He's right. And so then it changed my whole outlook into saying, okay, this is longer term. And I was wrong in how I was analyzing measuring their success, rather, because I was out of scope of what they were looking to do. Let me refocus. You know how you ever got your eyes checked and they got to refocus that lens? Let me refocus it so we can really see them letters from long away, right? So then I refocused it, and that's I started looking at a more granular level, and that's when things started falling in my lap. News clippings, information after information. Wow, news reports from March 2019 that I missed, where Jack Buser says, where he admitted the first year, and so there might be a group of people that look at Stadia, y'all, and say, oh, this ain't for me. But they're going to come back years later. He said the exact term is years later and say, wow, this is fantastic, so much better. That is telling you that this is a long-term haul, and that the beginning throes of this is to help build the infrastructure, because it's cloud gaming, machine learning, AI, and that the whole training the AI portion is going to take longer than we expect. So they're not going to throw a whole bunch of money into a fight that they feel like that they're under-equipped for at the moment. I'm not saying they don't have things that are better than Xbox and PlayStation. They definitely do. However, Xbox and PlayStation are the general way of gaming on it, plug and play right now. Cloud gaming still has to grow in mind share and visual capabilities in some ways and so forth. Accessibility, all that stuff. So they're not going to sit there and jump into the ring when they're not ready yet. And it's about getting ready. And right now they're getting ready and they're building. They trust me. They are building in a way to where they are making very steady progress. They're doing it a lot. And the progress that they were making were catapulted thanks to the free tier, and the results of COVID. And since then, they've seen jumps that are just unbelievable. So again, I'm not saying that there's 30 million people on this thing, but believe you me, there are not 5 people. This thing is growing. It is growing by the day, and it has a very promising future. And to understand what they're going to be doing tomorrow, today, you better start listening to homies like Project Storm.
Yo, listen, man. Hey, you call it. I won't shoot it down because I do feel like I'm right in certain situations, man. Not all, though. But check this out. All right, now, which of those Ubisoft games, and then we'll open up the lines eventually, y'all. So stay tuned, stay with us, because I do want to hear what you all, we want to hear what you all have to say for sure, because you all need to have your voices heard as well. So we'll get to that in a minute. But MM2K, which of those games will you be putting the most time into, you think? Like those Ubisoft games?
Well, if you weren't listening to TSI last night, I will remind you.
I was listening, but at some point I just had to go to bed, man.
I got you, bro. Yeah, we got you. Hey, for those that don't know, Storm, we get up early and prepare. Yeah. And sometimes I love to listen to the homie Chases. You know, we give our support, but I got to miss a lot of Chases video because we got to prepare for this one. It ain't just click, clap.
I listen while we're preparing. See, that's the secret, though. I don't want to put you on blast, but I listen while we're preparing, man. Don't come at me, Chase. Don't come at me. All right, go ahead, though. Go ahead.
But with that said, no, and it's great. Stadia, Stadia's Saturday evolution. Saturdays will never be the same. Start your day off with Chase and then route it off with us. You know what I mean? Or your mornings at least. But with that said, man, my favorite game of the generation is Far Cry 5.
Whoa.
So I want to say that I was like 80% in with Stadia. I always had my eye looking. I'm always looking at my computer. But see, what I like to do now is when I game, I like to either record it or I like to stream it. And for those of you that have seen maybe some of my Division 2 gameplay where my homie Storm gets at me ready to kick me in my face over it, you'll see some stutters. You see them stutters because I got a faulty video card, and it causes problems when I try to record with the NVEC recording option, So, and I'm stubborn. I don't want to use the CPU because the CPU is too taxing on hardware.
Most definitely.
With that said,
because your card is definitely capable of doing what you need to do, so it's something capable. Going on. It's very much capable.
But I haven't touched Far Cry 5 because I could record it on my PC, but natively it would be a mess. And 2, it's not on Stadia. Now, both of those problems are gone because I can't do with Stadia. I can't do 4K recording or streaming because of the video card, but I can do 1080p 60 or 1440p 60 recording or streaming with no problems, right? So now I get to do that and enjoy my favorite game on my favorite platform. I mean, this is a dream come true. I was a little antsy. I'm not going to lie to you, Storm. I was a little antsy when they first were announcing the games via ESRB that were coming to Stadia. And they mentioned Far Cry New Dawn, but they said nothing about Far Cry 5. I was like, oh, man, no. But now my day was made when I saw that. So I'm ecstatic. That'll be the game that I hop into.
Yeah. Tone said you need that Elgato HD 60 S Plus, man. That S Plus I think it has up to 4K 30 recording, if I'm not mistaken. See, I got the what the hell? The Mark 4K 60 Pro Mark II. That right there is what I have. So I'm not going to tell y'all the secrets right now, you know what I'm saying? Because then y'all be putting me out of 4K business. Now I'm playing, hey, stream at the highest fidelity you can. Let's promote this good gameplay. And speaking of great gameplay, the clips that you're seeing on the screen right now.
Oh yeah,
that's an eclectic mix of content that I actually put together for you all to go over there. Like, so if you're cleaning or you want to just sit back and you don't want to watch a movie, tune in and you can watch different Stadia games running at 4K with no issues. You know what I'm saying? Now, all I could show people is that Stadia works. I play on 4K. I stream to Streamlabs through 4K, and I have a 4K window up watching the chat, watching you all just for the hell of it at 4K, just because I want to show people how well Stadia actually works. For the ones who are like, Stadia's trash. It lags all over the place. It's laggy. You can't play the games. I'm like, oh, money. That's not factual. So that's why I do what I do, man. So I hope you all enjoyed that clip that I put together. There's a few more games coming out. This clip is like 2 hours and 46 minutes long, man. So MM2K, man, first of all, thank you for being here again today, man. Thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here rocking with Project
I don't
Storm,
want
man.
to be anywhere else in the world, man. Look, let me explain something to y'all, man. Now, let me just give y'all a brief history class. I know my brother's like, man, stop brown nosing me. I'm
Nah,
not gonna
man, hey,
fire
I
you.
know what you're doing, man, because we talk, man. See, people got to understand we talk behind the scenes, man. And there's nothing wrong with showing love. We kept telling the community, man, yo, let's show love, man. Let's spread it, man, because people on the outside are going to think it's all about hate, animosity, and dumb stuff. But that's not what this community is really about. You know what I'm saying? And some
Exactly.
people started maybe trying to see that, and they started to see that, and then they got it together and said, no, wait a minute. But Stadia is so good in this community, and certain people are still excellent in this community. So I don't know, man. But go ahead, man. You don't want to hear me keep on.
No,
Just
no,
go
I
ahead,
just
man.
I want to say that me and my brother Storm, we've definitely gotten close, and that's because we're like-minded in a lot of ways, and we help keep each other, you know what I'm saying, in check. And I need that because I got a little touch of ADD, and I'll go everywhere, and Storm will be like, "Hey, yo, Moss, you got to get it together, brother. You got to do this. You got to, I, Storm, I got you." You know what I'm saying? But what he be saying be right. But at the end of the day, we're not just two people that may be entertaining to some, spitting in the pop filter or going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I do have a history in reporting gaming, and my brother Storm is a very smart, intellectual individual. And what I'm telling y'all, and I know I'm gonna tell y'all one more time for the people in the back. If you want to understand this platform, if you want to understand where it's going, if you want to best understand why they're doing what they're doing and why you should be on board, if not one of the best, if not the best person to listen to above MM2K is Project Storm.
That's facts,
So
man. That's facts.
I'm fortunate. No, hey, look, man,
Hey,
I'm
no,
serious.
I know you're serious. I
I'm
know you're
serious.
serious. I'm serious too, man. That's facts.
Look, the fact of the matter, and the proof is in the pudding. The fact of the matter is that the brother nailed it. Squid helped show us. I'm not saying don't listen to me and other content creators. I'm not saying that.
Nah,
I'm
and
just
that's
saying
what I was
though,
going to do. I was going to say something after that, after you were done.
yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that again. Ain't nothing wrong with having a cheeseburger. There is food. There is, what do they call that? Guilt food. What do they call that?
Yeah, it's sort of like that. The guilty pleasure. I
Yeah,
don't know, something like
yeah, the
that,
guilty
man. You know what I'm saying?
pleasure.
Ice cream
There's
and
the
all that,
guilty.
man.
Yeah,
Donuts.
there's nothing wrong with having a triple cheeseburger with the extra beer pub cheese. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But you better put some fiber in your diet if you wanted to go through right. And all I'm saying is, with all the information that's being thrown at us, with all the opinions that me and other content creators have, with all of the notions that are out there on Twitter, YouTube, whatever, if you want that to go through and be digested and pass through properly to keep your knowledge base steady and firm, you gotta listen to what Storm is saying. How do you not listen to somebody, again, and I'm saying this as a student myself, how do you not listen to somebody that is giving you knowledge and everything that they said has come to fruition? Bang, 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 over product and services from Google that can nobody just pin down. It's like Tom and Jerry. Just when we think we had them, Jerry hit us in the eye with the liquid acid or something like that. Storm was able to nail it down. And I just want y'all to, I know we're going to move on, Storm, but I just wanted to highlight that. Because again, if you want to grow your knowledge base like I do, if that's something that you yearn, there's no better place to start than my brother Project Storm.
Man, I appreciate it. And that right there might be the last time y'all had to hear it, man. But the brother means it. I know he does, man. We talked. That's why we linked up. You know what I mean? So I get the sincerity behind it. And I appreciate it, man. But look, we're going to move. One quick story, right? I used to play basketball, man, and I'm talking about a dunker, bro. Like I was a dunker, you know what I'm saying? I could shoot the three, do all that, you know what I'm saying? Played a little bit of college hoops, got a letter for the D League. See, these are stories that people don't know, but you'll know that if you get to know Storm and MM2K and others, man. We have genuine conversations about what we do in life. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
but what I used to do, man, I used to throw oops myself. And when I say throw these oops, those are alley oops, right? For the people that don't
Yeah.
ball. So throw the oop off the backboard. My homie used to come through, crushed it with 2 hands, you know what I'm saying? Boom. You know, I'm gonna damn near break the rim. But see, that's what we do too. I throw oops. I've been throwing them in the community, man. See, some people, they try to weasel their way in and with their hidden motives and agendas and stuff, right? But I think I've been the same Project Storm that you all have known since day one, and that's what I hope don't ever let me go astray, because I'm always going to try to keep it as real as possible, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Look how many mods we got in this chat right now. I made that happen because I want everybody to drop their links when they're ready. So y'all, when you get ready to drop your link, drop a link in a couple lines or a paragraph about what your channel is about. Let people know who are coming to this platform because they just heard about Cyberpunk 2077, y'all. It's not about me. I'm not a selfish individual. Never have been, man. I've been trying to help everybody, bro. If I can, I throw pointers out there. I show up for everybody's stream. There's so many of us, man. So many of us. It's hard to stay on everybody's stuff, man. And so you all know what I'm talking about. If you hustle and you make this content and you spend hours, mad hours, chopping up videos like Stadia Revolution, Rick Tone, who's coming in the game, reminds me of myself coming in the game. You know what I mean? Trying to feel his way around.
Shout out to Rick.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to feel his way around. Cop the 4K capture card that could do the things to get the people involved in Stadia, man. Dropping the Stadia hour. Stadia Revolution, man. There's so many. I can go Clive, Duncan, man, Rock. So many people that I could, Meg, man, 6'4", Eddie, Brian, man, the list goes. Jim Stadia, man, Sonny, Ace. Man, the list goes on and on and on and on and on to the break of dawn, y'all. So I get super passionate about this community because I really want it to be a community. I don't want it to be fake. Don't give me the fake love. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this thing. We have an opportunity right now, MM2K, that people might not even see, man. Like, we make content on YouTube. I keep trying to remind people of this too, y'all. We make content on YouTube. We could have been a wolf heart. Mm-hmm. We could have been one of those people that all of a sudden we drop the right thing at the right time and say the right things that matter. Yo, keep that in mind. We're playing Stadia, y'all. We got content that's going to predate all the new people that jump onto the scene. When they jump onto the scene, I'm going to welcome them and show love as best I can. So I just want to throw that out there, man, because I want people to know what I'm really about. At the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about us. So with that being said, MM2K, man, do you want to open up the lines right now? Because if we don't...
let's open up the lines, man.
Let's open up the lines because we never can tell how much time we're going to need, man. So we'll open up the lines if you all are shy today. If you're shy, you don't want to jump in. If you don't want to talk about Cyberpunk, if you want to listen to our voices, that's cool because I love to talk.
Let's do this. Yeah, let's open up the lines. And what we're going to do is because we got a rain check that we got to pay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the homie Charles ran, and Charles, thank you so much. Comfort food. That's what I was looking for. So let me do this first. I'm gonna first put the Skype line out here in the chat. Uh-oh. Did I lose the stream?
And if you did, I'll move it.
Oh, what happened, Stormy? Please forgive me. Don't fire me, brother.
No. It's when you had to restart, right? When you had to reset.
We got a big surprise. I got to talk to you about it. We got a big surprise coming soon.
Is it going to be on October 20th to the 22nd? Or is it a different surprise?
Hey, look, we got our own good stuff coming here on PNTS Network, man. We got a good surprise coming for the Stadia fans. So y'all gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit back for that one, but I'll let you know once we go off air. But okay, so that's the Skype line 724-739-3612, or you can leave us a yappa. You can leave us a yappa at https PNTS Network hashtag PNTS main yappa. Just click those links, and we'll get you there. Let me pull up the Discord. So we can read the homie Charles's comment. Now, unfortunately, one of our web links is broken, so you can't see it right now, but you'll be able to hear when we start playing the yappa. So first and foremost, we got to pay our dues with the homie Charles Aram. He said he got this link, and we can't play the I'll drop the link in the chat, copy link for people to see. Charles, copy link. From Charles. The hell? Okay. That's the link from Charles, but it's about Pac-Man. And he says, as far as the ad from the other day, where Pac-Man was shown on screen in that Stadia ad. He said, look at the screenshot and watch this. Something tells me it's this screenshot, and he thinks it's for Pac-Man Party Royale. That's on Apple Arcade. I know there was a lot of questions, but the version that he saw looks like the Party Royale for Apple Arcade. So I think that Charles's question for us, Storm, is how big of a deal would it be if it was that would be coming to Stadia?
Hey, you know what? I know one person that I'm sure is smiling, man. Like, he was talking about Pac-Man for months now, bro. Hold up. But I got to send this message to Juan, man. Hey, Juan Castillo, keep grinding, keep doing what you do, man. Get them bags, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to stay in the streets, if you know what I mean. We got to do this for the people. So Pac-Man is a game that I started playing, man, back on Atari 2600, man. I really can't forget about it because it's one of the first video games that really grabbed my attention. And I'm talking about with the glitches and everything, man. Like when Pac-Man used to go through from bottom of the map to the top and then keep going through man, it's just crazy, bro, how I remember all this stuff. But now Pac-Man is just everybody knows who Pac-Man. If you're a gamer, you know about Pac-Man. So
exactly.
It's monumental in the video game industry. So whatever form or fashion that they could bring to Stadia would be great. Now, if you're talking about some kind of Party Royale game that's equivalent or on the same line in the same lines as Super Bomberman 64, man, now if they put any kind of Stadia exclusive like features in that game, it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be playing it either way. So I'm definitely looking forward to it, Charles, and I'm glad you dropped that out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I mean, wow, that would be a big game. Now, I was asked about it last night on TS. I was asked about it on TSI, and I said to myself, you know, I won't be playing it, but it's big. It's look. What we got to understand is that because of the core demographic that Stadia is going at, it's not only important for games like Call of Duty to come. That's great for water cooler talk. And Call of Duty is a big game, but it's also great for these casual attention grabbers to be on there too. The games that are easy for the casual gamer to just pick up and play. They got both of these consumers have to come to the platform. So everything, again, that's why I say you got to put yourself in the right bucket and not say, oh, it's not for me, so it's not worthy. You know what I'm saying? It's big to see this game coming, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait because it's going to help grow the subscriber bases, which is what we need. Because the more subscribers that are on there, the more publishers and developers will say, "Oh, okay, I want to develop for that platform because it'll be more lucrative for me." So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the brother Roman Stormborn, man. You see anybody with that name Storm, man, you know what I'm saying? That's family right there to me, man. What's going on? Hope you're good. So the lines are open right now, right? Because if
the lines are open.
Okay.
Yep, call in. Again, let me put this link out there. Why did it not? Okay, there we go. Hold on. Just want to make sure that I got the number and everything up.
Okay, because believe it or not, we're only halfway through the notes, man. I got the notes. Yeah. I've been doing good, man. There's so many things. I had like 30 topics, man, but I knew we were gonna run out of time. So I always like to have backup.
Skype line 724-739-3612. We got Yappas too. Let me go check and see if anybody's left us a Yappa so far.
All right, while you're doing that, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about this Amazon Luna real quick, man.
Oh yeah. Let's get on that.
Yeah, while you're working behind the scenes. So Amazon Luna, y'all, they came out and they shared with us what Luna is going to be about, a little bit of what it's going to be about, and it's looking pretty promising. I'm not, for people that's going to support like all the Prime and Twitch users or whatever, they're going to probably flock to it. I hope they do. Probably flock to it, man. But what I just can't dig right now is the blatant copy and paste. And this is just my terminology, man. It's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But it's blatant, like copy and paste, man. I want somebody to come out like Stadia did, come out with a little bit of originality. Now, Stadia could have bid on Live's user interface or their infrastructure and everything, but they didn't. They went a different direction. So for Luna to come out and it sounded just like Stadia, it's kind of like, all right, now all I just need for it to, I guess if it works right and it plays well and it's, if it could do 4K in the future, it's going to be something that I'm going to be on, no doubt. But it just kind of puts a bad taste in my mouth, man. And I'm not, hey, this is not to throw shade at anybody that's going to be rocking with Luna, because I have already signed up myself for the early access. So I want to make sure I clarify that part. I'm a gamer. I want to try everything. If it's for me, I don't mind paying multiple subscriptions, but I don't know about that copy and paste. Like, it's just sounding like they sat back and looked at everything that Stadia was doing and trying to do. And then people were wondering why Stadia was so tight-lipped and why they weren't giving us all the information that we were asking for, or other people were asking for, because I wasn't asking for too much. So with that being said, as you're working in the background, man, can you multitask and share your thoughts on Luna and just the fact that, do you think that it's copy and paste right now, or do you think that they're wise to do what they're doing?
Here's what I get from Luna. This is what I get. I'm just going to tell you what I get out of, because there's not much out there. Let me see. My thing with Luna is, I'm trying to think. There's really no different way to say it. I don't know why I'm trying to rephrase. Yeah, I'm trying to refry your I'm trying to refry your beans. I'm trying to repackage what you just said. Basically, it's just copy and paste. It's copy and paste with more games, a subscription model that sounds promising on the surface, but on the flip side of that, what I'm hearing on the surface, what I'm hearing and what I get, is that because this is Windows x86 base opposed to Linux base, that you could get worse performance. I don't see a plethora of people speaking to the benefits technically of this that has hand-on experience. I don't see people saying, oh, yeah, this technology is cool, like how Stadia did. They had Digital Foundry out there. Remember when Digital Foundry was finding instances versus Xbox, where there was more latency on Xbox on a dedicated device on the Xbox One X than there was on Stadia? I don't see that putting it to the test type stuff right now. I just see, hey, look, we got this thing out here. It's nice and purpley. We have the audacity to flaunt all these games that we getting for Uplay Plus, and that's great. That's great. That caught my attention. Or not Uplay Plus, but Ubisoft. We could potentially have more Ubisoft games than Xbox. I mean, not Xbox, but Stadia at the moment. But with that being said, the fundamentals, I don't know. How does this perform? Has anybody tested this? What is the price? What are we getting for this? You know what I'm saying? All we know at the tip top peak is that you can get access to Control for $5.99. You can get access to Resident Evil 7 for $5.99. And there's going to be a Ubisoft channel for whatever price. That's it. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not saying that to say that it's not going to amount to anything. I'm just saying that we don't know enough to put it on a pedestal against what Stadia is doing.
Right.
What we need to see is someone shake that performance. When someone shakes that performance and we start getting some prices, then I'll include it in the discussion. I'm not counting them out at all. And I want to just say this real quick, Storm. We got to remember too, the reason why I'm skeptical, as far as I'm not skeptical of what they could do. I'm skeptical as far as even putting them in a discussion just yet. But they will be part of the discussion at some point. But I'm skeptical of putting them in the discussion just yet. This is where people got to do their due diligence instead of just riding their emotions. Years ago, before I even knew about Stadia, I knew Google was going to get into it. Before I knew about the quote unquote Stadia, I said, you know what? I might ride out this Amazon thing. I like what they're doing.
Yep.
Oh, we got a phone call.
Here it is. Let's get into that call, man. We'll get back on that though.
Hey, yo, this is Storm and Most Live. Let us know who we're talking to and what you want to talk about, our good friend.
Yo, it's your boy Stadia Revolution. You know what it is.
Stadia Rev. What's going on, man?
What up, man? Let's go.
You know I gotta call in.
Man, I was waiting on it. You late, man.
we thought you would have called in hours ago.
No, I'm trying to get out of time to do the whole conversation,
Nah,
man.
you good. I
it's
appreciate
all
you.
good. So, no, yeah. So, man, this is the end of the week. What a week it was, yo.
Yes.
Yeah,
Every
absolutely.
day it was something. Every day. So it's like we come hitting with the hard facts, like here. Oh, we thought it was done. No. We got this too.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, I've been smiling ear to ear, since Monday. So man, I'm really excited for everything that's gonna happen next week now.
Same
That's
here.
what I'm getting prepared.
So what has you most excited though, Rev? If you had to put a number one on something, what has you the most excited?
The thing that got me the most excited is the unknown.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen next week, and because of everything that they dropped this week, it's like, what do they have left in the chamber?
Right.
So
yeah.
So for me, it's like I don't want to speculate. I don't want to think about it. I just want to sit back and be amazed and like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So for me, it's just a whole bunch of just, get the popcorn ready. And I'm going to be sitting here just chomping away at it. Cause I know if they let the Cyberpunk bomb drop this week and then the Ubisoft bomb drop yesterday and all of that, with the ads and the AMA and all that stuff, they let all of that stuff ride this week.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that just, it kind of builds anticipation for next week. And I don't care what it is. I really don't. I have no expectations going into it. I don't care what they show. I'm just ready for it. You know
what, Rev? That's interesting because
it's gonna be.
That's been your approach the whole time. Is what I was going to say. That's been your approach.
All I'm focusing on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, Rev, can you hear Storm?
Hear me?
I just want to make sure.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hear you, Storm.
Yeah, I was saying that's been your approach since I first found out who Stadia Weekly One was. At that point, it was Stadia Weekly One. Shout out to the homie Stadia Weekly One, who's now Stadia Revolution. But yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, that's a good way to look at it because you won't be set up for disappointment. But now, Rev, we had this talk, and I'm so hyped right now for everything, bro. Mm-hmm. It's like if you drop Cyberpunk, I don't think Stadia is going to turn it down 30 degrees after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, whatever they had, they either have to have a large catalog of games that they're just going to be hammering on us, like boom, 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 like, or they're going to have new features like some of those things we were waiting on, like crossplay and YouTube streaming or something, man. These are realistic possibilities, man. So I can't help but be hyped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped this myself. You know what I'm saying? Just crossed the 360 subs on my channel, so I'm really happy about that.
Keep grinding.
But the whole thing that's got me excited is this post from 2 days ago, from Justin Uberti, who is the distinguished engineer, Google hacking on Google Stadia, created Google Duo, blah blah blah. That's from his from his Twitter. That he said, "I've been kind of quiet the past few months as we've been cranking away on some killer new stuff for the end of 2020. We're now starting to announce what we've been up to, starting with Cyberpunk 2077 coming to Stadia on November 19th. And then he followed that up with stay tuned about the good stuff when he retweeted the good stuff post tweet. So that's telling me right there that I've been saying all along, that they've been busting their asses, putting some shit together, and working hard behind the scenes. And we're starting to see that on the front end, especially like with the YouTube streaming button that's now on the web version that we can see. So when all the people that were saying, oh, they don't know what they're doing and it's an afterthought and they're abandoning Stadia, all that stuff was just ridiculous.
It was comical then. It's comical now.
Because if you could just pay attention to what they're doing as opposed to what they're saying, you'll see that is saying and doing is two different things. and Stadia gets better as a platform every single day. And now we're starting to see the fruits of that labor. And we're going to see something. I think we're going to see something big next week. What that is, have no idea, but I'm just ready for it either way.
Right. And I'm right there with you, man. Straight up. Whatever it is, it's going to be good stuff, I'm sure.
Yep. That's why they called it good stuff.
Right.
Because it's going to be some good stuff. Either way, we're the patience is paying off, man. That's all I can say. The patience is paying off.
It really is.
Yeah, man. I'm interested to get your thoughts on this.
Okay.
All right. Or better yet, I'm sitting in the chair. Stadia Rev is my shrink, and I need your advice. And let's just say, Rev, I was one of those people that was like, you know what, man? Stadia ain't talked to me in the last 3 months. They're doomed. And then all this stuff happens, right?
Great acting.
And and I'm like, hey, Rev, look, man, I kind of lost my bejeebas. Let's just say if Stadia puts their head down again and they're just plugging away, because again, I feel we got 12 to 18. Stadia don't feel. This is my opinion. I gotta go run this through Stormstradamus. But I feel that they feel like they got until 2023 before they really got to get in a high kickboxing mode, because that's when the casuals really pick up going to the next gen, right? But let's just say if there's another hiatus as far as, maybe the marketing or whatever, they turned it up, it's better, but they're not dropping a lot of stuff. And we're going to see it because we see it from the big three. There's times we don't hear nothing from Xbox. There's times we hear nothing but from PlayStation. Look, the most sellingest console right now, guys, is the Switch. It's destroying everything else. And their base is complaining about, we ain't heard from you in decades and decades.
Right, that's true.
So we're going to see another hiatus. What do you say to me, Rev? Because I really need your guidance on this, or the listeners need your guidance. What do you say to me, Rev, if I was one of those people that was like, oh, man, it's going to, and then we run into another hiatus? What are you saying to me in the chair?
I just say be patient, because what you see from the I wouldn't call it necessarily a hiatus. I would say that they've been doing a lot. They just been putting the work in.
Yeah,
and
but it's still a hiatus when it comes to communication and transparency, though.
Wait. Let me say what I'm saying. As far as like the advertisement and stuff like that, you're probably going to see something down the line with that, yeah. But to leave because they're not talking to you, I don't understand. I don't understand that, because look, when I bought my NES, I didn't ask Nintendo to say anything to me. Just give me some games and then I can play. I'll purchase them and I'll play them, and I'm happy. When I got my SNES, I didn't need them to say shit to me. It was like, all right, cool. And only time I actually spoke to anybody when it came to like the gaming consoles when I got the Xbox, because I was in the Xbox forums. Yeah. But even then, they would say something and then they wouldn't say something. It is what it is. So I mean, that's just the nature of the beast now. So if you can't just sit back and enjoy the games while they're doing the work to make that experience better, then I don't know what to tell you. Because I don't need Stadia to come in, do my taxes, tuck me in at night and all of that shit. It's just, hey, we got some stuff going on. I'm fine with the community blog updates every week. That's enough for me. So when the big stuff happens, that gets me ready for that. I don't need them to be every single day. Hey guys, guess what? Look, y'all got the community blog update. Put that information there. When you have something bigger to announce, boom, put that information there, and just be present at some of the bigger events. That's all. And then from there, I would advise people to just play your games and be patient, because we see when they put their heads down, when they go into work, that something good is coming back behind on the back end of that, and we're gonna be happy and we're gonna enjoy that.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Well, that was good stuff, man. No pun.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I get it, and I like it, man. Hey, Rev, man. It's always good to have you on spitting that math, man. I just, I wanted this. I know last week's theme was the reckoning, right? But this week's theme is the reasoning,
Mm-hmm.
And I just, and again, I don't want to just like come through like Charlie Murphy slap, we slapping mugs all over. I don't want to come off like that. But what I do want to do is I want people to listen to reason. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, and what you just had to say, bro, that was powerful. I think that was powerful. And I think that hashtag reasoning, a lot of people should sit back, really like think about and say, hey, am I really letting my emotions like pull me into a certain direction opposed to allowing the facts? And I got to understand, like I reasoned before, somebody that I really idolized who handled this, I think perfectly, was Donnie from PSVG. He said, hey, look, I'm not saying that the platform is doom and gloom or anything. I'm just saying it ain't for me. It ain't for my user case. When it is, I'll come look back. But if it is for a different user case, a billion other users, great, good for them. It just ain't for me. And and I think that was the smart approach. You know what I mean? What are your final thoughts on that?
I agree with that. I agree with that because the thing I tell people all the time is game how you want a game, right?
Yeah.
Whatever works for you, whatever works for your use case, go with that.
Yeah.
And if you can fit Stadia in with that, that's cool too. That's cooler. But if not, cool too. Whatever. Stadia fits my use case as my main way of gaming. And it does that because of the way that I live, So it fits in right with what I do with everything else as far as my entertainment is concerned. Gotcha. So that's why I got on. That was one of the main reasons why I got on board with it. And that's one of the main reasons why I stick with it. Mm-hmm. Because before you were saying something about, some people are, were underwhelmed and some people were overwhelmed with it. For me, I've been overwhelmed since I heard about it.
Yeah.
So that joy that feeling that I've had from hearing about it and what it could do and how it could work for me has never faded. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily get caught up in, well, they're not communicating this time. Okay, fine. I'll just go and play. I'll just go and play the PGA 2K Tour until they say something. Yeah. I'll go and play some MK11 until they say something. I'll play something else until they say something. And if whatever they have to announce, they'll announce it when it's time for them to announce it. And that's been the thing that I've stuck with. It's like when they have something to say, they'll say it. Mm-hmm. Because we saw earlier when they tried to say something every day, that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Like in the early days of December, they were trying to do a daily update for people every day because they were still trying to find their footing and trying to figure out which way they were going to go. Mm-hmm. And they had to take a step back from that because they realized that there was nothing to say at that particular time other than what they normally say on Tuesday and sometimes Thursday or sometimes Friday. So they had to take a step back and, reevaluate all of that. And they figured out which way they were going to go as far as communication with us. And I mean, that is great. That is great that they do that, but they don't necessarily have to. You feel what I'm saying? Grace and Chris are out here building an online community for us, the players and the founders. They don't have to do that, but they did.
Absolutely.
So it's like we got to take a step back sometimes because we assume ourselves to be so important for a lot of different reasons or whatever, when we really aren't. We are important to the user base and demographic, but we're not so important that we have this power to run the company and tell them what to do and shit like that. It's like, look, let them do what they do. Provide the feedback that's necessary. Good, bad, or indifferent. Provide that feedback. But I'm not about to sit here and say, oh, well, they need to be doing this by a certain time because if they don't, then I'm leaving. All right, bye.
Yeah. I think that.
Try to hit my Jada kiss, you know what I'm saying, right there. I try to hit him with the Jada kiss.
Why?
Hey, yo.
Why?
Hey, man, listen. That right there, Rev, that's critical, man, because some people seem to think that they could will it to happen, man. And that's not the way it works. Our words didn't mean anything early in the life cycle of the platform. I mean, it meant a lot. I'm sorry. Our words mattered, right?
Our dollars meant more than our words.
Hey, all right, the dollars mattered more than the words, it seems, because this is a business at the end of the day. But they were taking feedback. But what I'm saying is our words didn't make them do things faster, didn't make them speed up the process of what they were trying to do on their roadmap. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that was the case. I just don't, man. I think if that was the case, we would have seen the things that we're seeing now 6 months ago. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. And my thing is, I think that they were, they had shackles on them. Just by that tweet, just by what Grace has said, she's like, she's glad to finally be able to talk about these things. So that implies that Google put a little bit of a muzzle on them, saying, "Hey, we can't talk about these things until this particular point."
Yep.
And exactly when they were ready to reveal all of these different things, and now that they have been revealing all of these different things, now the shackles are off, the reins are loosened, and now we're starting to see that there is a lot in the tank. And I'm so ready for next week.
Me too. Ready for next week. That's why it's hashtag who poked the dragons, man. Who poked the dragons? Who the hell woke Stadia up talking all that trash, you know what I'm saying? And now they are here burning every damn thing. Who poked the dragons?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I got a question for y'all, though.
Go ahead, real quick.
And it's an important question. It's really important. Y'all got to understand this. Why Stadia?
Why Stadia is the question of the day. You get 2 kudos points. Drop your link and you can type in what your channel's about. You just earned the right to do so.
Raph. Why Stadia, Raph? Why Stadia?
Why? Stadia is just, it doesn't. Right. Why Stadia? I mean, like, bro, come on over. I can't wait till the homie comes on over, man. I swear I'll jump in the game of Ubisoft games.
He's gonna have to get jumped in though.
I'll jump in some Wildlands with him or Cyberpunk.
Oh God!
He gotta get this work. When he sits there and says,
awesome.
when he sits there, Storm and Rev and says, "You know what? I mean, I gotta admit it, guys. I mean, just said Stadia's great. Then you are gonna see me behind the like creeping up behind him. You know what I'm saying? We are gonna have to jump him in and be like, all right, you gotta get this work, and then he can play Stadia.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We could show him around on the summit, man, or something. Let's go play the summit, man. Yeah. But we have love for all, man.
Yeah, you gotta get this work. But Rev, hey man, thank you so much.
Everybody welcome.
Thank you so much for calling in, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the math, man. Love it, brother.
Yep.
Drop that link.
Gotta support.
Drop that link for the people. Drop that link, bro.
All right.
Chat.
All right, Rev, because we gotta try and hurry. We're gonna go a little bit overtime today, y'all.
So you got something? Okay, definitely drop the link in the chat. You got something going on later today, guys. You definitely want to check it out. So drop that link.
All right, later, y'all.
Peace.
All right, most definitely, man.
Woo, man. And this is the era where my take is wrong. And I don't want to. Let's not refry the beans. Let's not repackage it or repurpose it to anything else other than what is right in front of our face, guys. Stadia was putting their head down. They did the hard work. Phil Harrison, who is known to do that, maybe that's a flaw of his too, because he believes in once you're in strife, you put your head down, you just do the work. And they were in strife early on at launch not necessarily because of the negative, I mean, that was bad too, but what really hit them is that COVID had happened. So it slowed down things. And a lot of those games got pushed back.
Right.
They're big hitters at launch that if their big hitters would have never got pushed back, we're having totally different conversations. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you play press opens launches early, if Cyberpunk 2077 launches day and date
Doom Eternal
before the next consoles, day and date. Yeah, come on, bro. Like, stop. The Doom Eternal launches in 2019 on the platform. Like, we got to keep it real. So they got hit with a whole bunch of stuff. And to me, even though they got hit rapid fire with a lot of their pillars, they came out of the ash as well, I think. And they put their head down and just did the hard work. Hey, real quick, Storm, before you jump in.
What's up, man? Because we're looking at some overtime. I don't mind. I don't mind, man. I'll hold you in here. I don't want to hear that your stomach's growling and you're hungry and all that, and your wife is about to hit you with the shoe. I don't want to hear it today, man.
Hey, Zogic.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
If Zogic is listening, Zogic, please call in. The brother just dropped a dope link to a YouTube interview with the Chronos Group. And I've been preaching this, and I've had the crumb side, the console warlords. Ain't no ray tracing coming in your Stadia. Ain't no ray. And look, he just dropped a killer interview. He sent it to me and you, Storm.
Well, that would be dope because I have it on my notes. Of course, we're going to talk ray tracing. Come on, man. That's another thing that I saw coming, man. If you want to call me Storm Stradamus. I saw it coming. Have I not been talking? We have been talking ray tracing. But let me back up first because I want to say more about Amazon Luna real quick, man.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey,
brother.
Shout out to the homies, and I will say this right here. Duncan and Rock, man. I did go over there and check them out. They kicked off the show, the Luna Cast. You know what I'm saying? So for all the people that are interested in Amazon Luna, check them out. They're doing big things. I was over there listening to it. Even the music is dope. So check that out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's all love over here. No matter what we say on the mic, it's still all love behind the scenes. Let's go. Now, what were you gonna say? So you're gonna see if Zogic decides to call in. You know what I'm saying? We'll
if Zogic, please call in, brother.
Because if not, we're gonna segue right into it and eventually. So, but check it out, man. So now let me ask you this real quick, and we don't have to spend that much time on it. But can you see with Ubisoft? Or Ubisoft, however you want to pronounce it, with Ubisoft dropping the news they recently dropped or whatever that more of their games are coming to the platform. Can you see EA, because we do know we have some EA games coming, like Star Wars, Madden, FIFA, and others, or at least one more that we know of right now that we're hearing about. Can you see EA Play being announced this year? Or do you think it's early next year?
EA Play, I don't know. I think, here's what I think. I'm 50-50. No. I'm lying. I'm 60-40. Here's 60, why.
Which way?
I'm 60 in favor of it coming this year. Here's why. What you see with Stadia is, I think we're going to get Uplay Plus on Stadia before the Ubisoft channel on Luna, right? I think that's going to happen. It might just be a week's difference, but I think it's going to happen. And I think that what we got to take into consideration is that when these platforms make these deals and these publishers are going to go to multiple platforms, of course, one wants to be before the other, but that difference in time may not be that wide. And I think you have a similar situation where Xcloud got EA Play first, and then you're going to see it coming to Stadia. Maybe it's probably not going to be baked in the same way it's baked into Game Pass, but I think you're going to see it. I think you're going to see it this year. Because again, we don't know what EA is working on. They can just stealth drop a whole bunch of games on ESRB the same day, like they did that one Connect Storm, right? Where they just stealth dropped everything, and then boom, there goes our EA, our EA Play, at the end of the year. So who knows?
Yeah, and so I think so too. To keep it brief and sweet, I think it's gonna happen, man.
All right, you are live with Storm and Most. Who are we talking to, and who is it, and what is it that you want to talk about? Our good friend.
Hey, this is Zogic.
Zogic, what's going?
Let's go.
Hey, Zogic, you gotta explain to us and the public what is it that you came across and why it's important, man. Because it's blowing my mind looking at it.
Can you hear me?
You might be breaking out. Yeah, you're breaking in and out.
You're breaking up a little bit.
All right.
Let me see if I can turn you up on Skype. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can turn the Skype up because I want everybody to hear this, brother.
Yeah.
Let me turn.
You hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you better. Much
you
better
good
now,
brother. Go ahead.
Okay. Did you guys get to see want to post it about it at all, or
I'm looking at I didn't watch the video, but I'm looking at this quote where you says, "I feel like I know a platform that's working on easily distributing all aspects of his game." What is that? What is meant by that?
So, in the interview, it's a real technical interview, so it might have to sit down and listen to it if you really want to get everything that you can out of it. But he went into one topic where he explained that the new provisional Vulkan API, which is they created specifically to allow ray tracing through Vulkan. That API allows them to basically split up the work that creates the ray tracing so that certain aspects of it can be offloaded onto the CPU, and in the case of Stadia, offloaded to external processors, like they do with their game bus technology.
Wow.
That's what I was referring to in my chat. So,
okay,
it's it's still provisional, so I can't say how likely it'll be if it comes this year. It might be something that comes next year if we're depending. The developers have it in their hands, so they could use it. We could see something like a demo with it, but I don't think we'll see a full game using it this year. I would be surprised.
Okay,
but I could be surprised.
Couple of questions real quick for you, Zajic. So question number one that I have is that I've been reading on what Kronos has been doing with this Vulkan-based ray tracing, and I read to where AMD said in their Gen 2 or their what is that? The new AMD chips. What are they called again? Ryzen
6000 series. Oh, well, the CPUs are the Ryzen.
The big Navi.
Big Navi. That's the GPUs,
Navi
and then the CPUs are the Ryzen CPU.
But
the Zen 3.
Zen 3,
okay. So they said in the 2 series, they said GPUs, they're going to look to support this because right now it's only being supported by Nvidia. So my first question to you is, because I know Storm has brought this up constantly, do you think that Gen 2.0 of Stadia is going to have those Ryzen 2 or whatever it is chips, those upgraded chips that'll have this?
So I'm not sure about the hardware upgrades. Actually, I'm on the side that I actually don't think they're going to upgrade the hardware.
Okay.
Because I actually think the hardware in Stadia is sufficient for at least the next year or 2 years, honestly. I think it could probably run most games. I think it's just the way that programming is done on Stadia is going to be different. So I think people are doing a lot of false equivalency between the new consoles and what Stadia is now. So, one of the key things about this interview, and the fact that he's, the president of the Kronos Group, and he also is, a coordinator, a consultant for Nvidia's ray tracing and the way that they do all of their RTX. So he's in loop with all of that. And the key part about this API is that it doesn't require hardware accelerated anything to allow ray tracing.
Yep, absolutely.
Right. Oh wow,
absolutely.
That's a little confusing, but
I get you. I'm on it, man. I always tell people, now you're here. This is the Dosage that I be telling y'all about.
Absolutely. And my final question for you, Zajic, is how impactful do you think this version of ray tracing is going to be for Stadia and potentially PlayStation? Because I read that PlayStation ain't using DXR, and DXR is Microsoft's proprietary version of ray tracing. That's the standard right now. Do you think that this version that Kronos has developed could be as good as that or even better when it comes to Stadia or even PlayStation 5 if they adapt it?
Honestly, probably people won't like
man, say it.
But DirectX is not DirectX is the leader right now, and but Vulkan has support from Microsoft. Microsoft puts as much support into Vulkan as they do into their own API. So it's not like it's something that it's Vulkan is a much lower level technology.
Okay.
That has a lot more direct usage than something that like Vulkan. Honestly, this Vulkan's ray tracing API is probably like it's not going to be something that in the short term surpasses RTX, but it's definitely going to, in the long term, be the key usage for ray tracing, including things like for mobile phones. I don't know if you guys know this. Mobile phones are going to be getting ray tracing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
As crazy as that sounds, but it's just a matter of time, right? Because all ray tracing is just a type of processing.
Gotcha.
It's just a different type of processing.
Okay. So basically what you're saying is that this is a tool that brings at least a base level of ray tracing that still makes games look great with ray tracing to multiple devices where it normally wouldn't be, where the standard bearer of ray tracing is going to be DXR. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be the one that looks like that everyone goes to and is like, oh, this is the prettiest looking thing.
Okay.
Like that's the one that people are going to look at DXR, like it's going to be hard to top out a 3090 with, RTX and DLSS, right? Like you're not going to see nothing probably topping that out in the short term. But, as this other technology, it just has a better foundation.
Okay.
So as time goes on, we'll probably see that surpass that. But
that's hey, look, Zogic, that's the whole standard. Oh, we lost Zogic. Okay,
well, it's all good,
but that's
man.
the standard bearer with.
Yeah,
man. That was. He said I said what I had to say. Now I'm going.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out, man. Yeah.
That was perfect. Thank you so much, Zogic. I appreciate that phone call, brother. We loved it. Go ahead, Storm. I'm gonna turn it back to you, brother.
No, so
we're running short on time.
Yeah, we are, man. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, because I have a couple more notes that we want to go over. Everybody,
let's do it. Let's do it. I'm here,
man.
brother.
We're gonna do it today. Let's do it, man. So, first of all, shout out to that chat for keeping it going, man. But we're gonna jump into the next topic, and that's Stadia and its potential. Right?
Yeah.
Now, we've been hearing stories about Stadia running on so many different devices and stuff, like damn near like elliptical machines and treadmills and cars and just refrigerators and everything else, right? So, and I wish the web was working right now because I ran across a link, MM2K, and that link was it's on the site leads you to autoevolution.com. If you could pull that up, I'm not sure if you could find a link and drop it in the chat in case people want to check it out.
Yep. But that's the one you sent to me,
yeah,
right?
that's the one I sent you. So autoevolution.com, and there was something with Android Auto, or Auto, however you want to pronounce it, Android Auto, right? And you will be able to. They were saying how you could somehow use that to play Stadia in cars. Like, so the first thing I thought about is back in the day when we had a Suburban, man, and we used to just roll deep, do like trips to go hoop in different states, man. We would go all over the East Coast, Midwest, or whatever, just driving, taking trips, man. And we would play PlayStation and stuff like that on the headrest in the Suburban. So that's the first thing I thought about. Like somehow if people were able to travel or be in their automobiles and the kids or whoever or adults could play Stadia, man. Like that right there. I didn't read the whole article, but I saw it last night. I told y'all my cell phone, man, it shows me some of these things that other people just don't talk about.
Exactly.
And I said, yo, we gotta put this out there for the people that might be interested in something like that. It just seems like there's no limit to what Stadia can do, man. And if you think about 5G and beyond and all that stuff, come on, man.
Oh my goodness, come on. I mean, the way that it works on 4G right now is amazing. So 5G and beyond, I mean, that's going to be crazy. Yeah, I mean, it says, I'll read a little bit of it. It says, as revealed on Reddit, thanks to a video published by Google Stadia Italia, the whole thing works, even with the controller. The whole thing works even with the controller or touchpad, and all you need is a rooted Android smartphone, AA stream for the mirroring thing, and the official Stadia app. From this point on, everything is pretty straightforward, and all it takes is just a few taps to begin playing games, playing Stadia in your car. I put the link out there. I'll put it again, guys and gals. Definitely check this out. This is phenomenal stuff, and this is why I tell y'all that y'all need to be watching Project Storm, need to be taking this stuff, man, and talking to y'all a few hours about this, man. I'm telling you.
You're right, man. I mean, I dropped that. Remember we were talking about how with somebody, this research firm in Australia, somewhere like that, was working on the crazy internet speeds and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then my phone just shows me the light, man. So I have to listen to it. I have to share that. So moving right along, absolutely, man, because I know you got to get some food and everything eventually. I don't want you to starve and be on the floor and all that stuff, man. All right. But look, so, hey, Ray Sherrod, can we get some fire in the chat, man? Can we get some fire? I'm getting cold, man. Damn.
Come on, Ray.
Can we get a little bit of fire in the chat? Ray Sherrod, man. He's the fireman.
I know.
Cyborg likes it up.
I know I'm stretching things even longer, but I got to give a shout out, y'all.
Man, do what you got to do. I told you, I don't mind going overtime for the people.
Shout out to the homie, your boy Twiz. Man, oh man. Matter of fact, I'm going to go find the link to, man, Twiz burnt Yang Ye's biscuit, but he didn't do it violently. You know how we like to do it violently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This dude put on some elevator music and talked to him like he was talking to one of his kids, man.
Wow.
And it was done so poignantly. It was so spot on that I was like, damn, I can imagine Yang Ye listening to it and crying like, he's right.
Wow. I need to check that. I will be.
You got to check that. It's a phenomenal video. I urge everybody to watch it. I'm gonna look for it right now. I'm gonna drop a link to that chat in there in the chat as well. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Storm.
My bad, man. You're good, man. Take your time, man. You're the one that I'm worried about. There's the fire. Pablo beat Ray to it, man. Wait, hey, man, hold up, man. Get Ray off the payroll. Hold on. Wait a minute. Taking his butt off the payroll right now, man. He got a 75. He got a 75-inch Samsung or whatever TV, and now he wants to be different. Now all of a sudden, you know what I mean?
All of a sudden.
All right. Yeah. Check this out. Now, ray tracing, we just talked a bit about that. We don't have to go into it, but I do think it's possible. I remember Lisa Su, who's the head of AMD and the movement that they're on right now, taking over the gaming world by storm with the GPUs they recently announced and the CPUs that's coming. Keep in mind, AMD is right here in Stadia. That's the, you know what I'm saying, it's pumping out all this greatness that we're playing on Stadia right now. So with that being said, man, I know I heard something about Lisa Su mentioning that a few of the existing cards, and I can't think of which ones, maybe the 5600 XT, 5700 XT from AMD, they will be able to do ray tracing. And I forget how. There's an article. I should have had that link ready for you all. But it just got me thinking that, man, I wonder, because these cards I heard was Vega based, you know what I mean, which a little bit older version of the CPUs that AMD was using. I wonder if they can use that technology to somehow pull off the ray tracing trick. And I don't know if they want to do that. I don't know if Stadia is ready for that, because I do think next year is going to be the time when everything launches, like Chorus and Dirt 5 and everything like that, games that might be capable of that, of ray tracing. That will be the official time. But it has me thinking, man, MM2K, real quick. Yeah. Now, and then we're going to move to the last topic that I had for the day, and then you can certainly chime in. But this is for you. What do you think about our chat and all of the other people that have shown us love for what we do, MM2K? That's over time and even today, man. What do you think about them? What do you think about the chat and others that have shown us love, man?
Hey, look, man. Y'all been sticking with us, and we love y'all. I only got one question for y'all. Why Stadia?
Why Stadia, man? Why?
Why?
It could be coming anywhere else. It doesn't make sense. It's just rationally. Go ahead, man.
Oh, that dude, man, he's a ride. You gotta love him. No, hey, y'all are the best, man. I said this not too long ago in a recent stream, man. I love y'all because what we're trying to do is we're trying to build a community with people that not necessarily agrees with us, but appreciates us talking and pivoting from a place of facts and truth and all that other stuff, and that are down with the cause. And that's all we're trying to promote. We're not trying to sway your purchasing decision. We're not trying to force you to quote unquote think like us. We don't want the spotlight to be on us. We want the spotlight to be on the information. You know what I'm saying? And we love you guys for the support that you've shown my platform, Storm's platform, PNTS network, and so forth, man. And I just think that y'all are the best. The phone calls, the yappas, all that stuff. They're the best. And don't forget, y'all, when we didn't have time to really go over it much. We will next week, I promise. But we're still working on that new raffle. in between the last raffle and this one, every time that y'all do a call or a yappa or whatever, that gives you an entry. We're keeping tallies on this stuff. So we don't want y'all to miss out. Definitely leave the yappas, call in, or join the PNTS Network Patreon and leave a chat in the Stadia War Room. You do that, that'll grant you an entry, man. So we appreciate y'all, and we just love y'all. I think y'all are the best, definitely.
Yeah, man, Bibbity's out there laughing at my racing right now. I can't race like Bob racing, man. I can't do that. I try to hit the lines and the corners like Bibbity, and I study his movement and Chris, man, and I look at the leaderboard, and I can't beat these people's times, man. But you know what? I'm coming for y'all neck. I'm starting today. Watch.
Hey, absolutely.
Now,
absolutely.
With all that being said, man, MM2K, you know, we don't make it all up, man. We don't make the stuff up. It comes from the heart and it comes from the soul, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Can you back me on this by letting the chat know since day one how much I've always been about the chat, man? Can you just briefly back me on this? Because I can't. I get caught up, man. I get caught up.
Storm will stop us midstream and say, we ain't showed love to the chat. And you just don't see that anywhere else. Again, I'm not saying that the other people don't appreciate their chat, but the affinity that this guy has for you all, it's like no other. I'm telling you, he shows y'all love all the time. He does what he does for y'all. There are discussions that me and this guy have about presentation, product, all that other stuff. And the sacrifice that he wants to do for the sake of the viewer. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
to where
sir,
on average, people be like, oh, who cares? Just they'll deal with it. That's not how Storm thinks, man. So definitely, you know, and he's not asking you this. I'm saying this. Show the brother some love back, man. I see some of y'all are subbing to the channel, but we should have more. He's not saying this. I am. We should have more. Sub to the channel. This guy, look at the quality of the stream. Look at the quality of the games that he's putting out there. He's putting out constant content. The quality is perfectimo. Y'all need to be out here on this channel daily and listening to the God degree that he's putting out here every day on the platform.
Yeah, man.
It's truly unbelievable.
Yo, and that's just always going to be the case, man. But you can definitely watch the content in 4K when you stop by the channel, man. I'm trying to drop everything I can in 4K. Right now, Stadia is lighting up the industry. They're lighting up the world. They're just burning everything down. The dragons are flying, man. And I'm just sitting back with my sunglasses on and my flame repellent suit and everything. Like, yo, burn it up. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
Hey, when you come by the channel, man, just click that 4K if you can handle that kind of streaming. If not, select 1440p, 1080p, whatever the case is, and enjoy, because I'm going to turn it all the way up just like Stadia, y'all, in the near future. Trust me when I tell you. It is going to be turned up, man, in a way that's going to be, it's going to be at a feverish pitch. I'll say that much. But, man, with that being said, we appreciate each and every one of you. I don't know if you have any closing remarks or anything like that, man. But look, it's all love out here. We're going to keep on doing what we do every week. We're going to support other people who are trying to grind just like we are. All the people that, you know, understands what the platform is about. And if you don't, we've been helping people forever. MM2K has been pushing for people in the community to help others and all that stuff and trying to direct them to go to us. And it's just crazy, man. This right here is a place I would rather be here than anywhere else in the gaming world. I can't lie to you.
No, man, I think you covered it well.
Right.
Only thing I will say is, again, just to reiterate, if y'all here, hit that like button. We got 30 plus watching right now. We got 27 likes. Come on, y'all. We can hit that like button, okay? Also, you know, follow this guy's content, sub to the channel. It's a fantastic channel, array of great 4K, just God degree that you're going to get here from this platform. I will also say this again, my words earlier were not to discourage any of the other Stadia content creators. That includes, I throw myself in that bucket. I don't include myself. I'm just saying, for that fiber that'll keep you clean after you had that pub cheeseburger, that'll set you on the right path. You need some Project Storm in your diet. That's all I'm saying. And I'm saying, even my followers, if you're listening to me, that's great. I speak from my heart. But like I said, this is a guy that foresaw a lot of stuff that I couldn't see. He should be on your list as well, period.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I've been getting some love too for all the people. I know, I appreciate it, man. Each and every one of you. So, but with that being said, man, we're gonna go ahead and close up. Before we do, I had to plug MM2K. Where can the people find you, man? And what do you have coming up in the near future?
Well, we got a big surprise coming. In the form of some content. We'll talk about it later. I got to talk to Storm about it actually. So hold on to your seats for that one. With that being said, you look up Stadia Dosage. I was informed by the source that my Stadia Dosage channel, like if you go to type in Stadia Dosage, that YouTube changed my URL. I don't know why the hell they did that. So you got to type in Stadia Dosage, but you can't type in Stadia Dosage in the URL that I used to have. It's gone, my specific URL. So just type in Stadia Dosage. You can find me there. You can also find me with Storm on my MM2K video channel as we do the commission every week on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's me, Storm, Snow Bunny, and Tron, aka Princess Peach. We're spitting that math
Peach
about all
Mecca,
gaming.
Man. Yeah, but I
Mecca.
like Princess Peach too. But man, look, Peach Mecca, man. I mean, now I'm glad it's not me. Hey, Tron, if you hear him, get at him.
Hey, I thought she went by. Hey,
Man, she might. She
Tron,
might though. She might go by that.
Tron goes by so many names.
Yeah.
Peach Mecca. And you can catch us, of course, here every Saturday. Now, next week, the show will be on my channel on Stadia Dosage. It'll be there next week, so definitely follow us there. And that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And tomorrow is Ying Meets Yang of Gaming on Snow Bunny's channel, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, y'all. So, hey, look, without further ado, have a great one. Hey, I like to say 3 things, man. Keep it safe, keep it positive, and keep it gaming, y'all. Your boys is out.